So today, I put the meditation at the end of the service, and we'll just go into the message. So thank you for allowing me that change today. So I think we can all agree that Halloween. I have Hawaii on the brain here. Halloween is a time like no other. Any other time of year, if we were to see heads, limbs, and monsters hanging from trees, we'd probably be calling the police. Yet, this is a time to celebrate the weird, the creepy, the scary. I started a tradition of baking and decorating sugar cookies at Halloween rather than Christmas over 10 years ago with my children because I was new to baking and it seemed like the more like messed up and creepy and weird and deformed the cookies looked, the more perfect it was for Halloween. And growing up Catholic, I wondered if trick-or-treating had anything to do with All Souls Day. And where in the world did this weird word of Halloween come from anyway? Well, it turns out that Halloween, All Souls, and All Saints Day are 3 days, or Day of the Dead in Spanish-speaking countries, and they were originally known as All Hallows Tide. And they were originally established to honor the dead and remember our ancestors. It is believed the ancient Celts in Ireland are usually credited with originating the tradition of wearing costumes during Samhain. Samhain translates into summer's end, and it was the equivalent to our New Year's Eve. This custom was adapted by the Catholic Church in an effort to more easily convert them. The Celts believed that during Samhain, the veil between our physical world and the spirit world was the thinnest. And people use this time to mess and prank each other and blame it on the spirits, or to be in costume and hide from the spirits so the spirits couldn't find them. Dressing in costumes can also serve as a metaphor symbolizing the many roles that we take on in our lifetime. The infamous quote by William Shakespeare reads, "All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts." Change can come little by little, slowly over time, like the lengthening and shortening of days in the change of season, or it can come out of nowhere, abrupt and fast, like a hard, cold tsunami or wind. And with change comes the unknown, which is also one of the biggest, most scariest things in our lives. With unknown comes uncertainty, instability. It can feel like the firm ground you once stood on is being ripped out from underneath your feet. And perhaps the biggest change and scariest of all is the human experience of death. The Halloween decorating of dancing skeletons, hanging ghosts, and walking zombies and haunted houses helps to capture and make light of our fear of death, while also serving as reminders that those who have gone before are not far away. And let's not do anything to make them mad, because they just might come back to haunt you. And like the changing of the seasons, we are encouraged to remember that death is as normal and natural part of the life cycle as birth. But the simple recognition of this normalcy doesn't necessarily make the physical and emotional journey of going through the transition from expansion to contraction or life to death feel any easier. A pregnant woman knows bringing forth a child is a good thing, right? But she still has to go through pregnancy and the challenging and the pain and suffering of labor. It is often said through this journey, the woman or maiden dies to herself to then emerge as the mother. Personally, I think this process is part of the spiritual side of what causes postpartum depression. For a brief time, I trained to be a birth doula. A birth doula is a person, many times a woman, who assists the birthing woman throughout the mid to later stages of pregnancy, labor, and postpartum. Being present, holding the space, and providing comfort for physical and emotional pain, fear, the unknown, and change is very similar in birth as it is in death. In fact, some doulas are trained in both birth and death, and some only in death. Death is the most poignant and most final change in our human experience. And in death, there is a resolution, a finality, an ending, a loss. And with it come the natural and normal feelings of pain, sadness, grief, and mourning. At this time, I'd like to provide comfort to anyone going through a change in which you're still grieving. It could be the death of someone near to you, but it could also be something similar, the ending of something, like the changing of jobs or moving locations, or the ending of a relationship. I invite you to close your eyes and listen to the music. Now bring your awareness to move inwards within your body. Feel your breath as it moves in and out your body. The inhale and exhale, rising and falling of your chest. With each inhalation, imagine you're breathing in a beautiful, brilliant white light, entering your body and energy field. Going to all the cells of your body, providing soothing and peace and comfort to any part of you that is in grief or pain. Allow yourself to receive this comfort and feel the relief. Allow yourself to receive any messages or images that may appear to you. And now thank yourself for receiving this comfort and peace. Feel the chair beneath you and the floor at your feet. And if you haven't done so, open your eyes.